Today we will discuss about some of the topics in part of the HTML. So let me go with one by one. So today we will discuss about tables in HTML. So if you want to create a table in HTML, very simple thing, we need to create with a table tag. Table tag to create a table in HTML. And one more point you have to remember: table contains two child tags. One is a tr, one is a td. Most important tags: one is a tr, one is a td. Tr for table row, td for table data. td for table data. Tr for table row, td for table data. So these two things we have to remember whenever you want to create a table. So it should be like this. First of all, guys, create a table like this, and inside that we will be having tr, and inside that we will be having a lot of tds like this. And there are multiple trs we can able to place. So there is no restriction how many you want, you can able to create like this. This is a simple structure, the simple template you want to create with the table. You can go like this. So let me take one simple program how to work with the table and all. So I'm opening with the Visual Studio Code. In Visual Studio Code, I want to create a new program. This will be a new file, and I'm going to be saving as table.html. So 11 p.m. and this will be new folder, something like day 3. And inside the day 3, I'm going to be preparing the program name is table.html. That's it. Sorry, the name of the program is different. Save as table.html. So the comma actually got, but we need to give the name table.html. And finally, I'm going to be preparing the HTML here. So first, I want to create HTML tag. Inside that, I want to go with the header tag, and inside that, I want to go with the title tag. So this title is table. That's enough. And after the head section, we need to move to the body section. So inside the body section, I want to create a simple table like this. Inside the table, we will be placing the tr. Inside the tr, we need to place multiple tds. Td nothing but table data. TD nothing but table data. I want to create multiple things for table data. So this is the data 1, data 2, data 3, something like a column. I'm going to be preparing some columns here inside the TDs. TR is the root level tag. Inside the TR, we will be having some child level tags like a TD. TD is the table data, table definition. For each and every TD, I need to give a lot of things. For example, this will be something like a product ID, and the second TD will be something like a product name, and the third TD will be something like a product price. Whatever you want, you can provide like this. And this is a TR. This will be something like a header part, but I want to take multiple data for that. I'm taking a multiple TRs and TDs again inside. The first one is going to be heading level. This may be the heading, but I want to take the data of the data will be. So product ID is something like 1001, for example. 1001, and the product name something like Apple iPhone. I'm going to be giving the product name is Apple iPhone, and product price is something like 67,000, something like this. Yeah, so this is the first TR, and I want to have multiple products inside my table. I'm going to be taking multiple TRs and TDs over there. And the second product is 1002, and this will be something like Apple iPad, and this will be something like 45,000. And third one is something like a Nexus. Sorry, this will be the product ID, something like 1003, and this will be the Google Nexus. And finally, the price of the product will be something like 30,000. That's enough. This is basically a table. When I do right click on this and open in default browser, so I got my output of the table. This is the basically table. but table not having something like look and feel and all. So if you want to provide some look and feel, we need to give some two different properties like a border to border to. I want to give some border to, and I need to give some width. Width is going to be something like 100% width of the table. So border, I'm going to be giving the value to, and width of the table should be 100% of the page. Width of the table will be 100% of the page. Now you can see we got a table created, and table have TRs and TDs. TR is nothing but table row. TD is nothing but table data, table definition. It's nothing but column. It's nothing but column. Okay, so I just want to make differentiate table heading and table data, whatever you have. Table heading is something different. Whatever the product ID, product name, product price is there, that should be the heading of the table, right? Heading of the data. But that heading I need to make a differentiate. If you want to make a differentiate, you need to write some style sheet for that. And later we will discuss about the CSS and style sheets. But now, for now, I'm going to be writing some inline CSS for the TR. So TR style, I want to give something like a text align center, and I want to provide some color for that particular one as a brown color, and font weight something like a bold font I'm giving. So this should be giving some CSS for the first TR. That first TR is going to be having some look and feel different. Product ID, product name, product price are going to be taking in the center of the particular column. Text align center, and font weight is bold. Font color is something like a brown. So if I make something like this, this is going to be the heading part is going to be making some differentiate for us. Heading part is going to be making some differentiate for us. And by using B for TD, yeah, we can use B also, Pujan. Yeah, no issues with that. And one more thing, I just want to go for the one more way of creating table without giving the styles and all. A table without having something like a header part or style part. Let me take a H3 part table. So table with header part. So whenever you want to create a table with a header part, then you need to go with a table, and table is going to be dividing into the two parts now. The first part is T head section, and the second section is T body section. First section is the T head section, second section is the T body section. For the T head section, what I want to do is I want to take a TR again, and for this TR I need to go with the TH tag. What is the TH tag? TH tag is nothing but table header, table heading value. Whatever the heading value you want to provide for each and every column, I need to take the TH open, TH close every time I'm going to be providing. This will be something like whatever you want, something like a product ID again, and second one is product price, product name, and third thing will be the product price. One is the product ID, one is the product name, one is the product price. I'm going to be giving the multiple TH values for the particular TR. Now coming to the T body section is completely different. Inside the body, what we need to give the values of the particular products. I just want to take in that T body. Just move to the T body, and I just want to give the different kind of things, multiple TRs, and inside TR we will be having TD. That's enough. But coming to the T head, we are having TH. Now this time this section is completely different. Instead of taking TDs, I'm going to be taking the TH, nothing but table heading part. Okay, finally the output of the second table is completely different, guys. You just see that and watch it. Second table is completely different, but I don't have the basic properties like I don't have a basic properties like a border property, something like a border for the table should be something like 2, and the width of the table should be something like 100%. I want to take 100% of the body. I want to take 100% of the body, then I'm just having a complete table which is occupying the full width of the page. But now you have to observe something. For the second table, I'm not giving the style sheet. For second table, I'm not giving the style sheet. Completely, I'm taking from HTML. HTML, there are two kind of tables. One table is a table without header. One table is table with header. Whenever you are taking a table without header, you need to give the TRs and TDs. But whenever you are taking the table with header, your table completely dividing into the two parts. One is the T head, one is the T body. T head containing the text data aligned centrally. And one more thing is the font size. A font weight is nothing but bold. That is the only major difference between the two kind of tables, table without header, table with header at all. So I hope you guys are getting understand how the tables are going to be creating in the part of the HTML. Then next we will go to one more important topic like forms. Very, very important kind of concept in the part of the HTML forms. If you want to create a web page without having a form, you can't able to watch any website. Every website having some forms. Every website which is having forms. So what kind of forms, guys? There are multiple kind of forms. One is a sign in form, one is a sign up form, one is a something like so what kind of forms, you know, that sign in, sign up, something like value enter, registration forms, so etc. There are multiple kind of forms which we can able to see in the part of the websites. You take any kind of website, but any website which is going to be having some basic requirements like sign in, sign up, and some kind of people want to give some registration with the hotel, registration with the Aadhaar ID, registration with your personal details, whatever it is. Forms are very important. But coming to the forms, in HTML, forms are going to be creating with. In HTML, forms are creating with. In HTML, forms are creating with the form tag. Very simple. In HTML, forms are creating with the form tag. So how it should be? Form open and form close. Form open, form close. There are multiple things available in the form, but form, the basic level, but root level is form open and form close. Inside the form, there are multiple internal tags which are available. What are the internal tags? Something like a label. You can specify the label tag. You can specify label tag. You can create labels. You can specify button tags, button open, button close. So inside the label, labeled content, whatever you want, you can place inside the label. And again, for the button also, whatever the content you want, you can place. Whatever the heading of the button you want, you can just do place. And there are multiple other kind of elements which are available, like inputs. Input having a very important attribute called type attribute. Input having very important attribute called a type attribute. Yes, very, very important. And for this particular inputs, there are multiple kind of types. Input types. I'm going to be writing the notes very, very clear. Input types. There are multiple kind of input types which are available. Something like a text type, something like a password type, something like a text, something like a radio button, something like a checkbox, and you will be having a submit. You'll be having a submit. You'll be having a reset, and you'll be having a button. You'll be having a number button. You'll be having a number. You'll be having email. You'll be having a color. So there are multiple type of inputs which are going to be available. There are multiple kind of inputs which are going to be available. Yeah, attribute, nothing but attribute is a state of an object. For example, you're taking an object called dog. You're taking an object called dog. Dog having lot of attributes. Dog having something like a height, HEIGHT. So dog having something like height, dog having something like a color, dog having something like a breed, dog having something like a weight, dog having something like a gender. In the same way, your element, whatever the element you have, this element also having lot of attributes. But you remember one thing, you should remember one thing, attributes are going to be taking place inside the tag open. See, what are the different kind of element attributes, like a width attribute, height attribute, something like src attribute, something like href attribute, something like style attribute, something like a title attribute. Okay, in the next concept I am going with attributes, then you can able to get understand what are the different kind of attributes which are going to be available for the HTML tags and all. Okay, elements also having a lot of attributes: width, height, src, href, style, title, id. See, all these are basically attributes, guys. For each and every element I can specify all these attributes. For example, I'm taking h1 tag. H1 having something like a style attribute. Style is equal to something this, and H1 having some ID. ID is equal to something. H1 is having something like a class. Class equal to something, and H1 is going to be having something like a width. Width is going to be something. See, like this, you can specify multiple kind of attributes. Like this, you can specify multiple kind of attributes. For H1, I'm having a lot of attributes here. Style attribute is there, style attribute, id attribute, class attribute, width attribute, etc, etc. There are multiple kind of attributes which are going to be available in the part of the HTML. In the next concept I am going to be discussing with you about attributes. Don't worry about now. But coming to the input, there are multiple kind of types actually available. Type is an attribute, but values are different. Sometime type will be a text, sometime type will be a number, sometime type will be a number, sometime type will be a password, sometime type will be a radio, sometime type will be a checkbox. Okay, so type can be anything, but you cannot able to provide multiple values at the same time. See, I can't able to provide text and number single time. I can't able to provide text and password single time. I can't able to provide text radio single time. Any one of the attribute you have to mention. Yes. So we have to discuss all these things one by one. What about the text attribute? What about the password value? What about the radio value? What about the checkbox value? What about the submit value? All these things we will remember, and we should do practice all these things. Okay, let it be. So I'm saving the notes for you. So desktop, and we will be having the class 11 p.m. UI and day 4. Now the day is day 4, right? I'm going to be creating a new folder. This should be something like a day 4. And inside the day 4, I'm going to be preparing some notes now. This will be the notes of your today's class. And each and every program also I'm going to be saving in the same folder. Don't worry, guys. And this table is going to be saving with the save as. And day 3, inside the day 3, I already created table.html. That's not an issue. So just make it save it and replace it. And coming to the bottom, and table we already done. Now I'm going with the forms. Forms.html. So whenever you want to create a form is a very important tag you should remember. Form is a root level tag you should remember. Inside the form, I'm taking a h2 tag. This will be something like a sign in form. This will be something like sign in form. I want to create a form now to the different kind of values I want to provide, just provide it. So first one, input type is equal to text. So first one is sign in means what? Sign in means what? Sign in contains username, password, submit, right? And the placeholder, there is a one more attribute called placeholder. This will be something like enter username. Enter user name. That's it, enough. And this will be the self close tag. This will be the self close tag. I'm going to be taking a one more input here. I'm taking a one more input here and taking one more input here. So type is password now. Type is password now. Enter password. Enter password. I am just taking the one more thing here, and this will be input type submit. Input type submit. Placeholder is something. This is not actually submit button. Don't have the placeholder. Only the thing is value attribute. Value, 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 value. What is the value of the submit? Submit value will be something like a submit. The text, whatever you want on top of the button, and you should mention in the value. The text, whatever you want to see on top of the button, that will be providing by the value. Remember it. Submit is the type of the button. Submit is the type of the button. Just render this one, open in default browser. You will be having something like a sign in form. And what is the output of the sign in form? Enter username. You can able to enter your username something like 123 and enter password 123. This is going to be hidden. This second box, whatever the thing you are entering, that will be hidden. Why? Because the type of the input is password input. The type of the input is password input. And third one is the submit. Type of the input is submit. That is the why reason it is getting a button. It is not a text box, it is a button. So whenever I click on the submit, the form is basically submitting. I don't want to submit the form. Then you need to give another attribute called required attribute. Required attribute. Required attribute is going to be just making sure you are entering the username and you are entering the password side by side or not. For example, guys, if you are not entering the username and if you're not entering the password and all those things, you can't able to submit the form. If I even though I'm clicking on the submit, so it is asking me, please fill the field, guy. So if you don't fill the field, I can't able to move. So it is asking me fill to this something like, and I'm clicking submit again. I'm clicking submit again. Yeah, so it's not actually submitting the form. It's not able to submit the form. Why? Because your password is empty. Your password box is empty. Then you need to give Srujan, if you have to give a condition to password. No conditions now. This is HTML. This is not JavaScript. Don't worry. This is HTML. This is not JavaScript. Don't worry. So the simple condition from HTML is just required. When you say required attribute, automatically it is asking you without filling the password. It is not actually moving to the next page. It is not moving to the next page. Yes, so that's it. And I just want to go with the thing. I need to render this. Yeah, program is already running, and just to save and refresh and enter, click on submit button. If I'm clicking on submit button, it is not actually moving. It is not actually moving forward. Why? Because you should enter your username. You should enter your username definitely. Without entering the username, it can't able to submit the form. It can't able to submit the form. And yeah, so I'm clicking on submit. Please fill in the field. Please fill in the field. Definitely we need to give the username. Without giving the username, I can't able to submit the form. Just I'm trying to entering some username over there and clicking on submit. Again it is asking me, please fill the field. Please fill the field. Again it is asking, please fill the field. And I'm going to be entering something and click on submit. Now the form got submitted. Yes, we did it. Why? Because form is going to be submitting. Why? Because your username already filled, your password already filled. Is there any issue? There is no issue, guys. This is a way of creating some sign-in form. Let me go with the sign up form. I'm creating a new program, and this will be something like a sign up.html. I'm going with a sign up form. If you want to create a sign up form, let me create a form again. And now I'm following the different way of the form creation. This will be having something like a this will be having something like a field set, guys. What is this field set? Field set is a set of the form, one part of the form. Your complete form is going to be dividing into the sections or parts. Each and every section we called as a field set, and each and every field set we are having something like a legend. Legend is the title of the field set. So first of all, I'm going to be giving some name details over there. Legend name details, and input type something like a first name. I'm trying to give in the first name. Okay, so input type is text, placeholder is first name. That's enough. And I want to take one more input. That another input is going to be again text. This will be the last name. Just I want to give the last name. Okay, so where is the field set? How field set will be visualized for you? Can you see and observe where is the field set in the form? Field set is a rectangular box, and which is the section of the particular form. which is a section of the particular form. For example, guys, I'm going to be taking the one more field set over there. I'm going to be taking a one more field set over there. If you are taking a multiple field sets, obviously we'll be having a lot of sections in the form. Now you see the form, you'll be having a lot of sections. The first section name detail, second section name detail, third section name details. The section in the form is nothing but a field set. Section in the form is called field set. And each and every field set which is having something like a legend tag. Legend tag, what a legend tag can do, legend tag is giving some title for the field set. Legend is going to be giving some title for the field set. So yes, done. Yes, done. So let it be. I just want to go with the different kind of field sets, not only the name. Name every time is not required. So one time name, one time different thing. Let me go with another field set now. This will be the another field set. Field set which is going to be having some legend, and this will be something like a gender details. So you need to fill up the form with all the values whatever you user want to enter. Input type, input type radio. I'm going to be giving a radio button. I'm going to be giving a radio button. This is not having any placeholder. Remember, radio button not having any placeholder. Radio button not having any placeholder and predefined text whatever you have. So this is the radio button. Input type radio. And what is the type of this? This is going to be a mail. Let me take a label. Now I'm trying to using the I'm trying to using a tag called label. Label is something like a mail. Label is something like a mail. I just want to go with this, and this is the label. Okay, so label, and input type radio, and something like name is equal to gender, and value is equal to male. So you try to get understand, guys. This is going to be having a lot of gender details. I'm going to be copying the data, copying the row and pasting with a 3 multiple rows. And second row is going to be something like a female, and this will be gender again. This will be the female. Value will be very important. Whatever the value you are going to be providing, that is very, very important in the real time. You have to submit the value to the server. You have to submit the value to the server. Whatever the value got selected. Suppose some guy is going to be selecting with the male, and some lady is going to be selecting with the female. Some other person is going to be selecting with the others something transgender. Whatever the number of other kind of people also there in the world, right? So male one thing, female one thing, and others also one thing. So I'm just trying to providing with the multiple things here, and this will be the others. First one is male, second one is the female, third one is the others. Fine. Just see the output, guys, here. I don't have multiple field sets now, only 2 field sets I have. One is the male, one is the female, one is the others. Select any one of the field. You can't able to select multiple fields here. There is what actually gender details over there. Then I'm trying to taking one more field set here. This field set should be something like a legend, and here it should be something like a select course, whatever you want. Select course, and this will be having a multiple type of input type checkbox now time checkbox, and the value will be something like HTML. Value will be something like HTML. I want to take a HTML for this, but before the input, I want to take a label. Label should be something like HTML. The person who is going to be selecting with HTML, he can able to select the particular box. And some other things I'm going to be taking, guys, not only the HTML. So the people are actually trying to learning a lot of courses, and then you try to copy paste the multiple labels over there. And second one will be something like a CSS, and third one will be something like a JS. And the value will be HTML, value will be CSS, value will be JS. Just different name, different value you have to provide. Why? Because in the real time, if you are getting selected with the male radio button, automatically male is going to be selecting for the server. Mail is going to be sending to the server. That's the way. That's the way of going with table with a form with multiple field sets. So this is going to be selecting with multiple things. This is third one is going to be selecting with the multiple things, but the second field set is not going to be selecting with the multiple things. Second field set having only a single value at a time. For example, if you are selecting male, female, others will not select. If you are selecting female, male, others will not select. If I am selecting others, male and female will not get selected. Any one of the radio box you have to pick up. And coming to the checkboxes, you can select with multiple things. Yes, I'm going to be learning HTML and CSS. I just want to register with a website with HTML and CSS. It should be very important, guys. You have to understand this one. And let me take submit details, all these things for the field set. One more field set. This should be having something like a legend, and legend is going to be having a submit form. See, some other attributes also we have to provide. Later I will tell. And what are the different kind of attributes we have to give and all. Input type submit, input type submit, and value also something like submit form, submit form. Okay, so this is the input type. This is the very crucial one. But whenever you are clicking on submit button, without entering the first name, without entering the password, I can't able to get a thing submitted. Then you should provide something like a required, and should provide something like a required here also. For the first two inputs, I'm going to be giving the required attribute whenever we are providing a required attribute, and it should be taking the values of the first name and last name. Let me check with that. So first save the program and check with the output. Open in default browser. Now you can see what is going to be happen. So I'm clicking on submit form. Without filling the details in the first name, it is not getting submitted. Suppose I'm giving something like a Srinivas and keep trying to submit the form. Yes, it is not allowing to submit. Definitely we should give the last name also. I'm giving the last name over there, G something like a submit form. Now it can able to submit. So these are the multiple fields, guys, and let me continue with forms, multiple other attributes also in the next class. Okay, so tomorrow onwards I will take a lot of time, and today I'm not able to take a lot of time. Yeah, so that's it for today.